Hey everyone, welcome back to Plot Explained. Today, we're talking about the movie Storm Rider. 300 years ago, a great flood covered most of the planet in water. Only a few small patches of land remained, but that was just the beginning. Soon after, deadly electrical storms appeared, killing anyone caught in their path. The remaining survivors built a city called Argos, ruled by a group of immortal founders. But not everyone was allowed to move into the city. The founders knew that humanity had lost hope, so they created a brutal system for deciding who could enter. The people living on the islands are forced to compete in high-speed races. Each island can send 2 racers, but only the winner earns the right to enter Argos with their people. The losers, however, lose their islands. On one of these islands lives a man named Nep. One day, he comes across posters advertising the upcoming race. Nep helps a team that is preparing to take part in a competition. Anna, meanwhile, has a collection of posters featuring a legendary racer known as Hammerhead. According to the stories, Hammerhead was struck by lightning during a race, yet somehow survived and still managed to win. Some people believe he actually made it through the electrical storm and discovered what lies on the other side. But Anna's father, Lazar, has no interest in these legends. He says goodbye to Anna and heads off to the race. However, Lazar isn't just trying to win. His real goal is to make it through the storm. The race begins. One of the racers manages to catch a lightning bolt, dramatically increasing the power of his boat. But his gear blocks his view, causing him to lose control and drop out of the race. Another racer makes a mistake while attempting to overtake someone. And that's when Lazar sees his opportunity. He abandons the race and speeds straight toward the storm. The commentator announces that this is already the 5th such incident of the racing season. Suddenly, lightning strikes Lazar's boat, completely destroying it. The commentator declares the racer eliminated. As punishment, the people from Lazar's island are banned from participating in the races for the next 10 years. A few days later, Nep gives a lecture about the mysterious islands that supposedly lie beyond the horizon. Apparently, mysterious titans are said to live there. The teacher immediately criticizes Nep for making such wild assumptions, because everyone knows there's nothing alive beyond the storm. But Nep is convinced that the storm is actually a massive trap created by the founders of the city. Nikolai is asked to talk some sense into his son. That night, Nep spends hours watching the lightning. Anna tells him to come down from the tree, but Nep refuses to listen. Then suddenly, lightning strikes the tree. Nep is left smoking from the blast. A new day begins. Since both racers from the island of Sio have been killed, all of the island's residents are ordered to leave. An official named Baroness personally oversees the evacuation. Once everyone is gone, drilling machines are brought onto the island and begin extracting its resources. Their main target is a mysterious substance that is believed to have the power to defeat death itself. Nep's grandfather, Dit, can't stand watching him suffer. He grabs an axe and strikes the tree, collecting a strange blue liquid that he then spreads all over Nep. Suddenly, Nep sees a vision of the storm flash before his eyes. And then, his eyes change color. After the excavation is complete, Baroness reports that they found nothing. That's because they're actually searching for the very same blue substance. The founders only have enough of it left to last another 10 years. Some of them suggest taking control of all the islands before their supply runs out. But Baroness points out that the islanders vastly outnumber their army. Perhaps they should simply accept their fate. But Terrace refuses. He intends to decide his own fate. Terrace proposes increasing the number of races. That would speed up the evacuation of the islanders and allow them to take control of the islands much faster. Some time later, Nep finally gets out of bed. He suddenly points toward the window. Because once again, he has seen the mysterious silhouette of Hammerhead. Meanwhile, the guards discover a sunken boat. It turns out to be the wreckage of Psychea's ship, so Terrace sends even more guards to the area, hoping they can capture Psychea. The rumors quickly spread among the islanders. Anna and Nep sail into the bay to secretly observe the guards, but they are spotted and captured. Baroness explains that they're searching for someone who has been touched by the storm. Still, she gives them a ride home. Along the way, she explains that when a person is touched by the storm, they begin seeing cracks in time and can even glimpse the future. Baroness gives Anna a compass as a gift. Later, it reveals that he planted the tree on the day Nep was born. More importantly, the tree contains a part of Psyche, the last titan. Meanwhile, a scientist gives Terrace a bracelet that can remotely activate the mechanism responsible for creating the storm. But suddenly, the power goes out. Furious, Terrace kills the scientists. Dit then reveals the real box, which contains a key. He explains that he originally came to this island when he was young. 10 years later, Nep still hasn't stopped seeing the visions. Now, Anna is preparing to become a racer. Nep is terrified that she'll be killed. That night, he has another vision. He sees Anna sailing straight into the storm. During the storm, Nep heads toward the tree, but Dit stops him. The next day, Baroness arrives. She wants Nep to become a racer as well, offering to sponsor him. To protect Anna, Nep agrees to compete in the races. Nikolai agrees to help him prepare and upgrade the boat. As for the people who were forced off the island, they have gathered together on the open sea. They are forced to watch as the guards destroy their homeland, but the guards still find nothing. Once all the racers have been selected, they are ordered to travel to the city, where Larry will brief them on the competition. The compasses don't work anywhere near the storm. Anna asks Nep to sail into the storm with her. Meanwhile, Terrace chooses the strongest racer to become a bombhead. These racers have only one purpose, to destroy other people. The race begins, and Anna and Nep quickly take the lead. At first, everything seems calm. But then the bombhead makes its move, destroying the first boat. Next, it targets Anna. However, she's too fast, so the bombhead rams into another boat instead. Anna uses the opportunity to change course. Suddenly, Nep sees Hammerhead appear beside them, but the moment lightning strikes him, the boat disappears. It was only another vision. Then, the bombhead crashes straight into Anna. Nep jumps toward her to help, but ends up underneath the bombhead. Nep somehow survives and is taken to a holding cell. After experiencing so many visions, he can no longer tell whether what he sees are memories or hallucinations. Larry comes to visit him. According to Larry, he used to be a bombhead too. But his people never wanted to be saved. Later, Nep goes to see Baroness. Long ago, after the world was destroyed, members of the Titan operation explored the ocean and discovered this region. The locals believed that a god named Gaia was protecting them. But Terrace stole the technology that was supposed to protect them. He used it to create the storm, trapping the islanders and allowing his people to mine the land for valuable resources. Psychia opposed him. He stole the key and escaped, eventually taking on the identity of Dit. Baroness gives Anna's compass back to Nep and sends him home. Nep calls Dit a liar, but Dit insists that he was only trying to protect them. Nep then plants a tree in memory of Anna. Later, Nikolai tells Nep about something hidden inside the storm, a mysterious phenomenon known as the dancing lightning. It has the power to carry a person beyond the storm. But Nikolai was never able to catch it. Nep believes that Hammerhead managed to catch the dancing lightning. Nikolai tells Dit that Nep is finally ready. And because of this, Dit gives Nep the key. After saying goodbye to everyone, Nep takes the tree he planted with him. Meanwhile, Baroness warns Terrace that their harvest is far too small. If the people run out of food, it could spark a revolution. Nep realizes that the bracelet contains a compass. It points directly toward the Founders building, where Maya helps Terrace receive another shipment of the mysterious elements. Terrace orders her to keep an eye on Nep. Meanwhile, Nep convinces Larry to teach him how to catch lightning. They sail out into the open sea, where Larry gives Nep a few important tips. Later, while walking through the city, Nep notices a red dress. It looks exactly like the one worn by Anna in his visions. Then, the bombhead responsible for Anna's death passes nearby. Nep immediately recognizes him. A chase begins, and their fight eventually spills into the water. The man explains that he was only following Terrace's orders to protect the storm. Nep promises that he'll defeat him in the race. Race day finally arrives. As lightning begins flashing across the sky, Nep steers his boat directly beneath a storm cloud, hoping to catch a lightning bolt. The sudden boost of speed pushes him into first place, and Nep wins the race. But instead of celebrating, he turns around and heads straight toward the bombhead. Just seconds before the collision, Nep jumps out of his boat, taking the man down. But the other racers don't see what actually happened. They assume Nep was killed as well. The commentator announces that because of Nep's actions, the people of his island will no longer be allowed to move to Argos. An army is already on its way, searching for the bracelet. While underwater, Nep reunites with Larry. Together, they enter the temple through a hidden tunnel. Baroness and the soldiers loyal to her have already taken down all the priests. Nep asks Baroness who Hammerhead really is. She removes her contact lenses, revealing that she can see the visions too. Baroness helps Nep understand how the visions actually work. And then Nep realizes the truth. He is Hammerhead. He has been seeing his own future all along. Dit and Baroness spread the legends about Hammerhead so that Nep would be prepared for what was coming. But when Baroness enters the main hall, she discovers that Terrace has already eliminated the Founders. The two immediately begin arguing. Then Terrace notices a boat outside. The islanders are stunned when they see the legendary figure they've heard about for years. Soon, everyone rushes toward him. Nep catches a lightning bolt and uses the equipment to turn its incredible power into a weapon. Meanwhile, the main army attacks and destroys his island. Nep enters the storm. But the lightning doesn't hurt him. For the first time, Nep is able to pass safely through the storm. Terrace realizes that he's losing. Nep has discovered the machine responsible for creating the storm. Using the device, he manages to shut down the storm with ease. Unable to handle the humiliation, Terrace takes off and flies away. Afterward, Nep breaks the flask containing the blue liquid he collected from the tree he planted. What he doesn't know is that Baroness had previously found Anna's body and used the same substance to bring her back to life. Nep walks across the island, completely shocked when he suddenly sees Anna standing there. And that's where the movie comes to an end. Let us know in the comments what you thought of the movie and how you would rate it. And if you enjoyed the video, we'd really appreciate a like. We'll be back very soon with another movie. See you next time.